This is the periodic table that we will be using throughout this course. I do want to show you a few features of this periodic table. The groups in this periodic table are each column. They are numbered at the top. The A groups are our main groups. So those are the main group elements. The B groups are transition elements. The periodic table is also organized by periods. The periods are the rows in the periodic table. The periods in the periodic table start at number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These will help us as we work through some of the principles and how we look at the organization of the periodic table. I do suggest printing out and really working with this periodic table so you can see how it fits with all of the things that we're going to be covering in this unit. Sometimes students are a little bit intimidated by the sheer amount of information that's in the periodic table, but really our periodic table is kind of the chemist's cheat sheet. I want to highlight some of the features of it that help us to organize the atoms in the periodic table. So as far as what you need to be able to memorize about these elements is you need, if you are given the name of the element, to write its correct symbol, and from the symbol write the correct name. For exam 1, this is for elements 1 through 20. Please see the list in your course for any other exams in which elements you would need to know the symbols for in those. This is a little bit of a different way of looking at the periodic table. So the main group elements here are called the representative elements. Group 1A is our alkali metals. Group 2A is the alkaline earth metals. Group 7A is the halogens, and Group 8A is the noble gases. You notice the middle is the transition elements or transition metals. Alkali metals are highly reactive metals. They are in Group 1A. Alkali earth are similar, but they're a little bit less reactive. Halogens, Group 7A. Some of these are gases, liquids, solids. They are they're very different from the metals. So now I'd like you to take a moment to find the name, group, and period for each of these elements. I suggest that you pause the video and try and answer these questions. When we look on our periodic table, Mg, the name of that element is magnesium. It's in group 2A and in period 3. That's the answers for the others. So do make sure that you can determine what the name, group number, and period is for any element if given it. We can also further classify elements based on whether they are metals, metalloids, or nonmetals. I'd like you to determine if the element is a metal, metalloid, or nonmetal. I suggest you pause the video and determine which one each of these elements is. You may need to refer to the tables in your textbook. There are very few metalloids, and they separate the metals from the nonmetals in our periodic table.